In 2025, tourists are quitting Las Vegas, and the hidden costs are shocking. It's no news that Las Vegas has always been the ultimate escape. The second you step onto the Strip, you're hit with bright lights, music, and energy that feels non-stop. Everywhere you look, something is competing for your attention. The Bellagio fountains, the massive screens at Resorts World, or the roller coasters zooming around New York. It's like stepping into another world where fun is the only rule. And when it comes to entertainment, no other city comes close. You can watch a Cirque du Soleil show, see your favorite music star live in concert, or even catch a big comedy act all in one weekend. In the famous nightclubs, pool parties, and rooftop bars, you'll see why Vegas calls itself the entertainment capital of the world. And then there's the food. Nearly every celebrity chef has a restaurant here, including Gordon Ramsay's Steakhouse. Whether you want a 5-star meal or a giant buffet where you get to eat until you can't move, Vegas has you covered. And naturally, we can't forget the casinos. The rush of playing the slots, rolling dice at the craps table, or testing your look at blackjack is all part of what makes Vegas so legendary. Even if you're not into gambling, shopping, spas, rides, sports, and events keep the city buzzing. And speaking of sports, Vegas is home to the Raiders, the Golden Knights, and even the Formula One Grand Prix. It's becoming a full-on sports town. And at the end of the day, what makes Vegas so special is the vibe, as people come here to celebrate, to escape, to achieve the lifestyle they can't have back home. Now this is because the city can make you believe that anything is possible, and that's why millions of people all over the world keep on coming back. But here's a simple, unavoidable truth. Things are changing. Visitor numbers are slipping. Casinos are making less money, and more people are starting to complain about the insane prices. The city is still incredible, no doubt about that, but the current numbers show that tourists are leaving faster than ever before. Which brings us to the big question: is Las Vegas starting to lose its magic? On YouTube, there's a lot of clips of empty places on the Strip where influencers stare into the camera and show that the party is definitely over.
One of the Las Vegas Strip's most beloved cheap food spots closed forever.
Can it really be that Vegas is losing its magic? Well, statistics suggest that at the very least, there's definitely a downward trend at play here. Even numbers from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, the guys who coined the "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas" slogan, have disclosed that tourism is down 6.5%. As you might have expected, gambling revenues have dwindled too, with a 2.9% year-on-year drop across the sector. Now that alone has cost the casinos about $600 million in revenue. Then, if you concentrate purely on the Strip casinos that depend almost exclusively on out-of-towners, the drop is even bigger at 3.9%. Now, some claim that it's down to the general squeeze of disposable income, with surveys showing a drop in overall consumer confidence across the states. As like everything else in the United States, it's also becoming a political issue, with people seizing on every piece of evidence and pointing fingers at the White House causing the decline. Now, according to LVCVA figures, Canadians make up around 3% of Las Vegas visitors, with 1.4 million people making the trip in 2024 alone. And yet, 1 year later, the data shows that more Canadians are thinking twice about crossing the border, perhaps due to Trump's fiery rhetoric towards our northern neighbors. Recently, the figures from Vegas's Harry Reid Airport show that arrivals on Air Canada have been down 5% year-on-year, while passenger numbers for the low-cost Canadian carrier Flair have also plummeted 55%. Not really the sort of thing you want to see in an already tight economy, but where does it all leave Vegas? The overall decline is real, but it isn't as bad as some headlines suggest, says casino expert John Mahaffey, who runs the Vegas Advantage website. The slowdown has been especially noticeable at the lower end of the market, while luxury resorts have remained relatively stable. John also said, in any event, Vegas is always a bit slower in the summer. But is that really the case? As for those social media viral videos showing the supposed death of Vegas, John thinks some of the creators are disingenuous in their tactics. Now, on the other hand, plenty of social media users are convinced that they've found the real reason fewer people are visiting Las Vegas, and that's rip-off prices. There's actually a viral case of a stunned traveler who revealed a bottle of water at the Aria Resort and Casino was priced at a shocking $25. Now, immediately the story was picked up across American media. Following all of these problems in Vegas, popular discussion website Reddit and other forums have turned into a strange kind of competition over who's had the worst experience in Vegas. It's just how users were competing to see who could find the most excessive examples of Vegas pricing during their visit. But naturally, aren't steep prices kind of nothing new to Sin City? While the world's entertainment capital has never been cheap, the data shows that prices have jumped disproportionately since the pandemic, with a 50% rise in the average hotel room price since 2019. Fees have also spiked, as casinos seek to make up for lost revenues during the pandemic. However, as Vegas regulars know, it isn't hard to avoid the worst of the pricing, as some people think, provided you do your homework. So this is it. Anybody staying on the Strip is financially advised to do as much of their own discretionary spending for things like refreshments and snacks outside of the casino resort as possible. Now that's because most of these things are notorious for high prices. Another option is to just get off the Strip altogether and opt for a downtown casino. Although Fremont Street might lack some of the extravagancies of the Bellagio, what people don't know is that it's certainly no less vibrant. Not only are the prices much cheaper and the odds marginally more generous, but it's a shorter walk to get to independent restaurants and bars that cost a lot less. For some people, they feel penny pinching goes against the Vegas spirit. Shouldn't the visitor's attitude always be to spend as little money as possible unnecessarily anyway? Anyway, whether you're playing the tables or seeing a show on a $10 Coke from a casino, you've got to spend more on genuinely exciting stuff. But now, the question people are asking is this: will the falling visitor numbers force Vegas to change its premium prices? Not too long ago, the Resorts World Hotel and Casino waived some of its charges, including the hated resort fee, in a bid to attract more visitors. As for what the future holds beyond that, Sin City will have plenty on its plate, dealing with everything from Gen Z's famous aversion to alcohol to the liberalization of sports betting across much of the states. We can also expect a push towards big sporting events like the Super Bowl and Formula One to continue at full speed, given that they don't rely on gamblers or drinkers to make their money. Now, this brings us to the ultimate question: who's actually visiting Vegas these days? Here's something that doesn't always make the headlines. Vegas isn't only struggling with sky-high prices, it's also seeing a real shift in the type of people coming to town. The new wave of visitors, especially Gen Z and younger millennials, just don't approach Vegas the same way their parents do. Instead of splurging on endless buffets or gambling all night, they're a lot more careful with how much they spend. Drinking less, betting less, and always asking, "Is this worth it?" has become the new mindset in Vegas. That's a big change for a city that's built on excess. Apparently, what excites them isn't the slot machines, it's the experience they can share. Food trucks, rooftop bars, live shows off the Strip, and quirky attractions perfect for Instagram. See, that's the challenge. And unless Vegas reinvents itself to match these tastes, the city risks feeling like it's stuck in the past. All in all, what do you think? Is the decline of Vegas being exaggerated? Let us know what you think in the comments section down below. And while you're at it, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And until next time, thanks for watching.